Student debt, that's another thing. He wants to wipe out student debt because it's part of social justice, because black lesbians are in debt, and we've got to do something about it. Bill Maher wrecks him on that. And Bill, by the way, Bill likes Bernie. Bill's not trying to wreck him. Bill's trying to help him in a bizarre way, but Bernie Sanders...
And again, this is against why people sometimes, I think, question some of what you're saying. This is a survey, student loan forgiveness recipients. 73% of applicants say they are likely to spend their extra money on non-essential, including vacations, smartphone, drugs, and alcohol. They admitted that to the pollster.
Who is this pollster?
NBC News. 52% they are very likely to buy new clothing. 46% they would use the money for vacation and eat out at restaurants. This is why people have a thing about, I would never call it free money. Oh, I guess I just did.
Bill, yeah, you're right, Bill. You've brought him on many times over the years to spout his nonsense, and you now, as what I would say is a sane lefty, are realizing that these endless bailouts, just giving people cash, but it's not giving people cash because you have to take it from other people. Also, we will soon find out that it is completely unconstitutional for the government to just wipe out your debt. I have 28 years more mortgage on this house, 30-year loan. I'd prefer not to pay it. Could someone do something about that? Can we get Biden on the phone? Can we get that cleared out? What do I need that on the books for? It's absolutely incredible. So Bernie doesn't believe in the poll. He also part of being a socialist is not understanding anything about basic human psychology. If you give a bunch of 19-year-olds cash, right? You just give them cash back. They could get $100,000 back on the debts. How much was it? I think it was $100,000, right? It was going to max out at $100,000, I think, the debt for colleges, whatever it is, even if it was $10,000, it doesn't even matter what the number is. And by the way, whether it was $7 or whether it was $100,000, it would still be unconstitutional. But let's put that aside for a moment. If you just give people stuff, whether it's subsidized housing or whether it's food stamps or whether it's cash because they spent too much to get into a college that they couldn't afford, it doesn't mean that they're all going to do the right thing and get and use that money effectively. Most of them probably will buy weed and they will buy video games. What are the kids playing these days? What? Last of Us. It's also a television show. Thank you. That's right. Up to $20,000, by the way, was what the Biden administration was proposing. They are going to use the money on a whole bunch of stuff, but Bernie doesn't buy that because they don't understand basic human psychology. They just like the very thin veneer. The very thin veneer is, we'd like to help these people, and these people, I assume it's a lot of minorities, and the lesbians, and the people with one leg, and we've got to help them, and blah, blah, blah. But if you don't think that Bernie is a fraud beyond human imagination, who has no balls, by the way. Bernie, you have no balls either. Bernie from the movie had more balls than you, and he was accomplishing a hell of a lot more, and he was dead. Weekend at Bernie's. You got it. Everyone got that. Okay. Bernie has no balls either, because if he had balls, when Hillary Clinton destroyed him, and he actually had the movement of the Democrat Party, as backwards and ridiculous as I think that movement is, he should have launched a campaign against her, right? He should have gone off and created a third party. That was his moment, but he didn't. He backed her, and now he's just on his descent to nothingness.